In the words of the great Paul Hogan, that's not a biscuit, this is a biscuit. My name is Gregory Llewellyn, and I'm the owner and head chef at Hartsyard in Sydney, Australia. I'm going to be stepping out of my restaurant kitchen and into my home kitchen so that I can share some amazing things that you can try at home. American-style biscuits are basically an Australian savory scone. I grew up eating them from this sort of pre-packaged mix called Bisquick biscuits, and my mother would add milk to this mix, and it had all the ingredients inside, and she'd smash them out, she'd cut them out, and it would just be this perfect, crumbly, brown hockey puck looking thing. So I'm gonna show you today the easy sort of steps to do a simple sort of biscuit. Now look, holy wars have been started over these goddamn things, only because people either go after layers, it's all about the layers to some people, or it's about the crumbly sort of texture. So let's start. We have a little bit of flour. This is just plain flour. Also, if you want to take it a step further, some people chill all the ingredients, chill the bowl, chill the butter, chill the flour, blah, blah, blah. What you want to do is what you want to do. It's totally fine. We're going to add a bit of butter, 2 teaspoons of salt, and we're going to mix this together until what's known as pea-sized granules, because you're mixing the flour and the butter together. So the butter is being dispersed or sheared into the flour, but it's all, I think, in the technique. When you make a biscuit, not to overwork the dough. See how it's granular? And those pieces are the butter and the flour into clumps. All right, so just do a little bit more. So we have this beautiful texture. It's almost sort of coarse, sandy. Then we have a little bit of baking powder. Got 2 teaspoons of that. One of my first sous chefs was explaining how to make biscuits at the restaurant one day, and because of the language barrier, it went from teaspoons to 3 spoons. So we put these biscuits in the oven, and the fucking things are like that tall because there was so much baking powder in it. So we're like, how many spoons you put in? 3 spoons. We have 2 eggs, chuck them in. And lastly, buttermilk. Now I'm gonna get my hand dirty. So I'm just gonna use a pastry sort of cutter. Just mix it around. Now it looks like hell. You can still see some of the butter pieces. That's what's gonna release the steam. You have the egg bits still in there. We're just gonna turn this out, floured board. Now I have an oven that's preheated to about 175 to 185 degrees. And we're just gonna flatten this out. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour on top. Now this dough is very, very supple. You don't wanna get it too hot because then the butter will start to melt. The mix will just be an absolute mess. We have this mix. Let's give it a quick pat, being gentle. I just like to do a couple of folds. We'll start with one, we'll go in half. And so you're sort of creating that fold. So when you cut, that is the layers. Just a little bit of a pat. Let's go one more. So already we've created 4, and we'll go one more time. And you see the dough is not sticky, it's not messy, it's quite beautiful, it's together. Even smells good, the butter. Oh. Now, if you wanted, you could put this dough in the fridge to sort of chill, or what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut them out. This is just a regular sort of random cup. What you want is a straight-sided cut, not to sort of disrupt the side of the biscuit. So if you're using something rounded which will close the edge of the biscuit, not a good idea. You want to give it as much sort of help as you can. So let's give this a flour. We're just going to cut this baby out. So you can see right there the structure of the biscuit, the layers. So like I said, we're going to put these into a 175 degree oven. Is that what I said before? To 185 degrees? For about 12 to 15 minutes, and we'll see you when they're done. But in the meantime, we're going to do what biscuits enjoy. They like butter, even though there's not enough inside, and they love honey. So we're gonna do a little bit of honey butter. So we're gonna do equal parts. This is honey from a friend, actually, from the rooftop. Do you know where it's from? No? I'm just gonna drip that in. We're gonna go a little bit of salt, and we're gonna mix these up. It's equal portions, butter and honey. This stuff can be kept in the fridge. You can leave it out. You can do whatever. We are getting ready to take our biscuits out of the oven. Look at these babies. Can you smell that, Jetty? Oh my God. They're not pretty things. Biscuits, I think, are not meant to be this sort of work of fucking art. It's a beautiful sort of crumbly, textured, bready, slightly toasty from the flour. And the only thing that's gonna make this better is adorn it with this butter and honey. We're gonna watch it just melt. Put it all over the top. Look at that. That is ridiculous. And so at the restaurant, when we do fried chicken, this is what we do. So just brush the biscuit with that butter and honey. Right before it goes out, look at that melty. Oh, dude, stop it. These things are so versatile. Cut them open, fresh cream, jam. On the savory side, poached eggs. Ridiculous, forget about it. Lights out. Ladies and gentlemen, biscuits, not a scone, not a cookie. Enjoy.